journey begins. You don't need to wait until there's people around you to be having fun. Satan just wants people to not be themselves and to be in the ego and to be trapped in that ego. What I find whenever I have my trips, or even simply just being in the silence at all, is that I am confronted with myself. So confronted, and it is super uncomfortable. But I notice constantly in this world, there is just people making out like it's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. Silence isn't a bad thing. Being uncomfortable isn't a bad thing. Being scared is not a bad thing. Being scared is nothing more than a new experience. It's because there isn't anything scary. It is just the fear of the unknown. If you're going through something difficult, it simply means you've been on flat ground for a long time and you've kind of forgotten what it actually feels like to be challenged. So when you're climbing this mountain, you're just used to flat land, that's it. There's a nice route around that somewhere. Take your time and enjoy yourself. It's gonna happen. This was my plan, to get this camera, to walk the earth, get lost. That's the whole point of this thing. Let me show you what I'm actually seeing right now. This is what I can see. I had a little scare for a second there. I completely couldn't find this bridge, which I was looking for. And of course, river. I was completely lost. Don't know if you guys can hear it. The wind is so crazy. I'm in the tent. It's freezing. I've not slept at all. I thought I'd have to abandon ship, shaking the tent. Oh my gosh. Need extra padding. Need a pillow. I want my bed. I've been seeing reoccurring numbers. The synchronicities and alignment is happening to such an extent where I get these numbers all the time. And on this trip especially, I've been hit with the 33. And I was just looking at this ring, and if you notice, this is actually, in a way, representative of the spinal cord. The spinal cord of a human contains 33 vertebrae. And in esoteric symbolism, 33 represents Jesus. It represents love and the heart and Christ consciousness. There's 33 vertebrae in the spine. Jesus was 33 years old when he was crucified. And if you're getting this number, a reoccurring sign to trust in love, to trust in God, put your faith outside yourself and just know that you are being held by a higher power. I get this stuff every day, all day, no matter if it's in a digital format or in signs. I'm finding a lot of peace. And honestly, being in this regular civilization, I find it represses so much of my energy. It makes me feel really trapped and really drained. Although this place in particular is not my favourite place to be, it certainly is doing a great job of helping me, as it is my native land. Yeah, I thought that was an interesting little point to mention. I was drawn to the ring, drawn to this number constantly. If you're skeptical, like I used to be, you could certainly say it's a placebo, you could certainly go, oh, it's coincidence. But when you get these numbers multiple times, and you get them in multiple configurations. Look here, the ground is covered with this pink quartz everywhere. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a couple of these in my pocket and I'm going to make some jewellery. Now I'm really wishing I'd have brought some gloves because it is freezing. My little piggies are in the freezer itself. And here we are. I don't know if you can actually see all this behind me, but we've got this beautiful mountain, got these trees and these walls, and then you can just see the outlines of all the rest of them behind. It's actually incredible. I'd quite like to try and paint this on maybe Procreate and just get the depth of these mountains. I'll try and zoom in for you so you can see. They just went through these dirt bikes through this little stream. I was speaking to my friend Miguel. Shout out to Miguel. He was talking to me about motorbikes the other day, and I used to want to get one. And then I got all these electric skateboards and a one wheel instead, and that was a whole chapter. And that would have been a great time to actually start recording, because I had so much fun with my boards. So much fun. I might have to get one again at some point. But for now, this is the hot chocolate. We've got the drone, we've got all the stuff we need, and this is where the fun really begins. The path is pretty ancient. It's probably a few hundred years old at least. Whoa. Look at this tree. Hello. Whoa. Looks to me that we've taken a slight detour, and the cave is actually, I think it's there. Nowhere near me right now. Just had an idea. What could be fun is I could tell a story, such as the Three Little Pigs. It was a cool January morning when Mr. Pig went to go get his breakfast and he heard scuttling in the wind. He looked behind him, but no one was there. Oh, I think we found it. This is the hot chocolate. I don't even know if the camera's doing this justice. me feeling like Bruce Wayne right now. It's truly incredible, and it goes up really high. Truly, truly worth the visit. Imagine being here at night. So I think it's a good time to get out of here. The sun's already left over the mountains, but I've thoroughly enjoyed the Lake District this time round. I mean, I really enjoyed it when I came here with Richard. It was so good. We went on the kayaks on the lake and we spent the night on this secluded beach, which was really cool. And we had a little fire and cooked some steaks. And it was just really special. We were there for 2 days and we had fighter jets flying above us through the valleys. And it was just incredible. Speaking of incredible, just spotted some really cool looking mushrooms. We're gonna have to check them out. Wherever you go, brambles are a bitch, but I mean, these ones, they're a record keeper. Now, very luckily, I've got an extra long selfie stick that can get you directly to them, but just look at those. Fresh. Wow. But those look fairly fresh. Probably been growing a couple of years. So many birds in this garden. Must have been putting lots of nice, oh they did. Yeah, lots of nice seeds out. Now birds are super quick because they are really in touch with the magnetic field. As all living things do, birds, humans, plants, rocks, the earth, we all have a torus field around us vibrating at a certain frequency. And birds can detect that frequency. They're also very fast. Birds' reflexes are extremely quick for what they are, same with lizards. It's almost like we're living in slow motion compared to them, just like trees are to us. Probably 100+ years old, this tree here, and it won't have even sensed me walking past because it would have been such quick time in perception, like an ant going past your feet. Just kind of don't notice it. What is cool though is if you go and sit by a tree for, let's say, an hour a day for a year, you've actually had your vibration near it for such a long time consistently, the tree will start to recognize you and the tree will build its own mental bond. And I was taught something in a coven of witches actually about a year ago of how to bond yourself with a tree, but also use a tree as an antenna in order to tap into the God consciousness, which is extremely rewarding, especially if you've got questions which need answering. It's very hard to explain. A lot of the things I've experienced personally are very hard to digest. I actually heard someone make a really good point a while ago, and this was something I was frustrated with for years, and that is, if people are magic, and magic exists, then where is it? Why are people not practicing it? Why is it not in this normal world? And the reply was, why would anyone that was magic show themselves to anyone? There are tons of people out there with extraordinary abilities and powers, which are all completely natural. And most of them have spent years and years crafting these powers and focusing them. Every single one of you watching also has a power. You can feel it within yourself if you concentrate enough and you spend enough time alone. Know thyself to tap into these things. Just had the 222 as well. There are plenty of magical people, but they, of course, are not going to make themselves known. It'd be far easier for people like the Merlins or the sorcerers or the witches to keep themselves quiet. For instance, I've met 30 to 40 real witches who are practicing and who are good people. Most of these are white witches, and then I've also met some dark magic witches as well. I've also met some people practicing sorcery. The list goes on, and the only way of doing so is by having an open mind towards the greater plane of existence, having an open heart and following it wherever you go. So magic exists everywhere. You just need to know where to look. And there is an array of abilities which you have personally, which you don't even know about yet. This is probably the message which you've been looking for. It also might not be. You might be watching me and going, this guy's talking a lot of shit. This guy's absolutely mad. This guy's taken too many drugs. And if you feel that way, then that is more than okay. But I assure you, that's not what I'm doing. I'd like to actually share some information that may be helpful. And my information right now is just here. I'd like to be up here with it. I've done significant research and spent years on this. However, I know nothing. It is better to admit you know nothing so that you can be educated upon this green rock and actually take something through life every single day and learn than believe that you know it all. It's funny, a friend of mine, we had an argument a few weeks ago, and he said, if you're so powerful, and he wrote it in big exclamation marks and capital letters, and it made me laugh because it's true. Everyone thinks they're so in touch and so on it, and we're not. We've been given far too much, and I wouldn't say we're greedy pigs, not consciously, but unconsciously. We have absolutely everything we ever could have wanted, and it's still never enough. But just know, sometimes you've got to shake the beehive in order to get the bees flying and finding new nectar. So it's okay to have that change up. It's okay to take a break or to build something new. So I think it's time to wrap up this video and wrap up this trip. I hope you've had a really good time watching, and I hope you've actually taken something from the words I've tried to say. There is so much out there, and there is so much potential for you, for anyone watching, that you can build yourself into something totally different. You can become someone you never thought you could be, and you can build the confidence, you can have whatever you want. You just have to take a step, a leap of faith. Life is always going to take you in strange places. It will be difficult. The game we're playing was never supposed to be easy, and that's why everything feels odd and feels off. Because it's your environment. It's the place you're in. It's the things you're doing. It's the stuff you say, the people you hang out with, the food you eat, the way you sleep. All of these things make such a massive difference. All of these things are the components, they're the pillars of your temple. The body is the temple. So make sure that you are taking yourself seriously enough to be like, I go to bed on time, I eat the right food, I exercise, I feel better, I hang out with good people that love and support me. And the people that do not, they're going to drop off anyway. They're going to give you the red flags in order to understand that they are not meant for you. And by letting go, it is all right. Letting go is the hardest thing to do in the world for all of us. It really is. And it won't make sense for months and months and months of just letting go of simple things. But there'll be a day where everything is all right. So don't doubt that that time is coming, because it is. And every single step along the way contributes to that. Every single day is your future. Every single moment is the now. It is your present. So open your present that you've been gifted by God. Look at it, feel it, appreciate, love it. Have gratitude for it. Turn off from everything for a minute and actually connect with you. I hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I've enjoyed making it. I have so much love for you guys. Have love for yourself. All of this is beautiful. So have a great day.